No, I'm just fucking with y'all. But anyway, man, what's going on, man? Another day, another 10 minutes. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever the fuck you call it, another 10 cents. Well, for black folks, I would say 5 cents to the dollar. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, shout out to everybody out there, man. You know I'm gonna hit y'all niggas with. Did Jesus come back? I know y'all niggas at Sunday school. Donnie. Erica. I know all y'all. Well, some of y'all is at work. Tasha and them probably at work. That's their Sunday school. I used to be my Sunday school too. Work. So shout out to all y'all. Speaking in tongues and shit. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about a couple of things today. Shout out to everybody. David, man. David, man, I gotta get with you, man. I'm getting real excited, man, about coming out there, man, just to check shit out. Can't wait till we do these IG lives, man. Say one hand, my community center is my Sunday school. What's going on, Erica? Hey, man, I have to address this, man. I used to be at Sunday school every Sunday. I had no problem with the Sunday school. I had problems with the subject matter. Like everybody looked like Kurt Rambis in the book. That's why I used to be like, well, damn, where the niggas that look like us in this book? But anyway, yeah, no, I didn't really like Sunday school. I really care about that shit. But anyway, man, shout out to everybody out there, man. You already know what it is. We got a couple things to discuss. It was a hate crime in Tennessee. This brother, he was a vet, and he can't. I guess they went out of town or something like this, and he came back and his house was burned down. He was in Tennessee. The motherfucking white supremacists burned his house down. But see, I'm gonna dive deeper into it so we can get a clarification because we don't know what's going on. So, but we still say it's a hate crime. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk a little bit about Master P and his son, and I'm gonna give this disclaimer because I love Master P. I'm a big fan of his, and we're gonna talk about that as well. Let's get to it. Man. I'm gonna try to play y'all some of the audio. It's his brother. I mean, the brother lived in Tennessee. He had a Caucasian white woman as his partner. And I guess they let him know, we don't give a fuck about you dating that nigga lover. Fuck you and that bitch and get the fuck up out of here and we'll burn your shit down. They burned his shit down to the motherfucking ground. So I'm gonna just play a little bit of it, man. You know what I mean? We just gotta be very aware. It was so funny too. I was talking to a good coworker. A couple of my sisters, I consider them more like extended family, sisters, and they was just kind of giving me the game, like, hey, if you move to North Carolina, move around this area. If you move to Georgia, you want to move around these areas. You want to stay right outside of Atlanta. Don't move too south. Don't go here. Don't go. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we need to start doing, man. As time expires, we just need to start understanding, like, hey, man, where's your safe zones at? Even out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, man. Shout out to the homegirl. I was telling her, man, people just, I remember in my neighborhood, I can only speak about my neighborhood before I get into it. I remember this was like 2010. A nigga, he was like 14, 15. They had him as the decoy, going up to people's houses, ringing the doorbells, talking about, oh, I want you to support my basketball fund or whatever. Just random shit, right? And they didn't know I had 2 Rottweilers in this motherfucker. One was 135 pounds. One was probably 108 pounds at the time. My family know who they were. And the first time I answered the door, you know, I had my dogs where they couldn't get to the door because I was just kind of like, who the fuck is this? Because I couldn't really see. But I got a screen door, so I'm like, what up, man? He like, oh man, I need some help with my basketball shit or whatever. I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? And this happened a couple of times in my neighborhood, and I was just like, and I remember niggas was telling me like, hey man, they be breaking in people's houses. I'm like, well nigga, it's been one if you breaking this motherfucker. So you know, I said for basketball, I was like, bro, and it was like dusk, so the sun was just now setting. I'm like, it's a little late for you to be going around ringing people's doorbells, my nigga. He's like, oh, you could tell I startled him. So then he got in the car, they didn't have 10 windows, and I see grown niggas in there. I'm like, yeah, these niggas is looking for houses. They looking for Vicks. So I guess the nigga forgot, you know what I mean? And at that time, I remember they went to like another house, but I came out with my dogs. And then another motherfucker did to kind of do the same shit, but this time I had my dogs came up to the door with me. That mother, once he seen them dogs, he forgot his whole speech of what he's supposed to tell me, because that's barking at his motherfucking ass. And then after that, I was like, look, nigga, like I told the other motherfucker, y'all in the wrong neighborhood doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? You man, and they got you set up out here, and I ain't see that motherfucker no more. You just gotta understand, don't be used as a tool to aid racism and white supremacy. Don't be robbing your brother. He's like, man, don't do that sucker shit. Then some nigga jumped in a white man's backyard. That white man drew down on him and shot him and killed that motherfucker. And he was a young kid. And I'm like, we have to understand, man, people are not playing with you. So you can't have this mentality where you think you're going to run up in somebody's house and all that. You don't know which. You might run up into a Hills Have Eyes house where you think you getting over and now they done got you and torture you, eat you. Like, man, nigga, y'all ain't seen that Jeffrey Dahmer shit? You know what I'm saying? But here, man, I'm gonna play a little bit of the. I'm trying to play a little bit of the audio, you know, just to let y'all know what's going on. Let's see if they play it. Let's see, because you know sometimes
Anderson and
sometimes
you're back.
CNN be bullshitting. They'll play you a little bit of the story, add some clickbait shit, then you go there, and then they want to talk about immigrants and shit. Man, fuck out of here with that bullshit. I'm just not letting the commercial play. All right, here we go. They be killing me with these commercials now.
Veteran.
You give your life for your country, and then you come back, and people do this type of thing to you. How do you think I feel? How do you think? You know, I'm just lost.
You're a black man in this area, living in the nicest house, married to a white woman. And that doesn't sit well with some people, it seems.
No. Oh, they made that quite clear.
If y'all didn't notice in the beginning, he said, you go serve for your country and come back and get treated like a nigga. Isn't that what Muhammad Ali said about going to the war? You go to war, you go fight for the dominant society, and then you come back and it's like, nigga, go home. Wait, hold on. I just went and fought for the country. That's what they do.
We're telling you, get out, get away from here. We don't want you here. We don't want your kind here, okay? You should have never been here, you know, with the blast and everything being burnt. I do believe if we'd have been in the house that weekend, I think they'd have killed us.
That's all I wanted to play, man. You know, now let's get to the subject at hand. I'll say this. You don't know. It could be the white supremacists, or the white supremacists could be aided with the government. Government be doing some shit like that, too. The government will leave bricks for rioters and shit so they can fucking bust out windows and all this other shit. Motherfuckers, I remember, I forgot what podcast I was listening to, but a nigga called in and was like, yeah, it was a big-ass truck with a whole bunch of Nike shoes in there with the door left open. Like, nigga, stop with the bullshit. So it's like, you know, now you can't even tell. You're like, well, Warren, man, that's some conspiracy shit. Well, Fred Hampton will tell me different. J. Edgar's Secret FBI will tell me different. Go read that book. It's the book of Eli. It's like 800 pages. Go read that book, and it'll tell you exactly how corrupt the government is. J. Edgar Hoover assisted the Chicago PD on executing Fred Hampton. So I don't put nothing past these motherfuckers at all. And that's why we got to understand where we're moving, where we're going, what we're doing. Make sure you are moving in code. Make sure that you understand that there are other fellow people that are around you that are on the same page, no matter what the racial group. You like got to know if you in a neighborhood where motherfuckers ain't looking out, you might want to look at another neighborhood. Straight up. Which brings me to my other point too. We have to stop. I just want to address the Lil Romeo and Master P thing. I love Master P. I'm a big fan of Master P. I got love for Master P's son. We have to get off social media. We have to stop having disagreements on social media. And stop, if y'all notice, y'all don't see these white Jewish people having disagreements on social media so everybody can see they're the public dysfunction. No, stop. And you're gonna say, well, oh, you don't know what's going on. I can tell you what I do know what's going on. I saw Master P before I ever saw Romeo. I know Master P paved the fucking way. I know Master P is honorable in business. I know, niggas talk about they love Snoop. Well, listen to what Snoop said about Master P. He was honorable to me. So I don't understand why people would entertain that, even if they are having a disagreement. I just hope soon that they get off of social media, because one thing that I don't particularly like about these millennials, because success comes so fast and they don't have to work as hard as our generation. They feel like our generation can't tell them shit. And they feel like when we are telling them shit, we don't know what the fuck we talking about. But I'm going to say this about this millennial generation. Mentally weak is what this generation is. You could not go through and deal with the ups and downs of the 80s and the 90s. There's no way. You could never deal with that shit. Ain't no social media, ain't no fucking computers. You got to talk on the phone. You got to deal with your emotions, and you got to keep them in check, because niggas will serve you. And we have to understand that as well, and not just think that, no, this generation is not as mentally tough as our generation was. That's why, and social media is partly to blame, because you can go on there and cry wolf, and then everybody feels sorry for you. You know what I mean? And I think we have to get away from that. And I don't care if Master P do call his family out on there. I just feel like Romeo being his son, you gotta just kind of be quiet right now, man. If it wasn't for your daddy, we wouldn't even know who you were. We wouldn't know Silk the Shocker. We wouldn't know C Murder. We wouldn't know Lil Romeo. We wouldn't know Mia X. We wouldn't know none of those people. I know I wouldn't if it wasn't for Master P. Master P had a plan. That plan worked. No matter how people don't like him or how he moves or how he conducts business, at the end of the day, it's your father, and he paved the way. And these millennials feel like, because they don't like certain things their parents are doing, that they can kind of say shit. No, you can't say nothing. Because I'm gonna propose this question to my young brother Romeo Miller. You can always come trade places with me, nigga. And you can come work a bullshit motherfucking job at the court plantation and live check to check like me, nigga. I would love to trade places. Oh, Master P told me to jump off this house, the roof of this house? No problem. Oh, Master P told me to shut the fuck up? No problem. So you can always come trade places with me, my nigga, and go work a bullshit job and live paycheck to paycheck and not have the advantages and have access to resources that your father has paved the way for. There wouldn't be growing hip hop. You wouldn't be on growing hip hop if niggas didn't know who your dad was. Same with Dame Dash. I don't care if people don't like Dame Dash's way. Oh well, that nigga paved the way. No Dame Dash, ain't no Boogie Dash. Ain't no nothing. It's time for these millennials to wake up. They need, as Paul Mooney would say, wake up, nigga, wake up. These millennials need that. They be thinking that they the reason why. No, nigga, your daddy is the reason why. Jay Prince's kids are able to do what they do because of Jay Prince. You know what I mean? Puff Daddy's kids are able to do what they do. That's why I like P. Diddy's son, King Combs. That nigga is a very humble, he's just happy to be on the stage, and he's a very humble nigga, and he's just happy to be there. And I know Romeo is humble as well, but I'm pretty sure he has his own disagreements with his dad, but that doesn't mean you go on a public platform and talk about your disdain towards the person who gave you life and provided this platform for you. So we got to understand that. And we got to understand racism and white supremacy and how it works. Just because you move don't mean you escape racism and white supremacy. That's all over the United States. That's a global system. Remember that. And we got to stop all this internal fighting and understand we on the same team, man. That's my time. I got to go. I got shit to do. You already know what it is. Go look up the thing that was on CNN about that brother that served in the army. That's what I said. Nigga, serving the army. You served in the army for 30 years, come back, nigga, be like, oh, fuck you, nigga. Like, damn. But anyway, man, you already know what it is, you know what it ain't. If you're Sambo Coon, tell him about the gun line, Haywood Shepherd, Steve from Django, I don't fuck with you. You already know what my words are. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.
Gotta